Hey all, welcome to 2025, January the 2nd, and it's about 9:20 in the morning my time. Anyway, and my birthday, don't forget about that one. So, because it's my birthday, get yourself signed up on my newsletter. All the links in the description, get that done. Anyway, let's get going. Today's lesson, how to hit really effing hard. Good way to start the year, isn't it? Right, before we start, I'm going to explain to you how and why I teach it the way I teach it. I break everything down into little bits, little parts, little constituent parts that make a technique work. And I teach those individual bits individually. Why? Because that way, you as the person doing the hitting, you as the boxer, you as the martial artist, you as the self-defense guy, you understand how and why a technique works. So you're not just blindly copying. It's not a monkey see, monkey do operation. It's a learning by principle. So each little thing I teach you is a principle. And that principle can be applied in many, many areas, not just in the one that I show. So I can teach you lots of principles on one technique. You can take those principles, apply it to another technique, and boom, it works with that as well. Sounds like a bright idea to me. Right, so first of all things, hit him really effing hard. There's our target. We need to know that we can punch right through that target. Because to hit it hard, we don't hit on it, we hit through it. So we need to make sure our distance is right. If I'm here and I throw and I hit it at the very end of my punch, I might get a result, I might not. But if I'm going whack right through it, I've got a much better chance of getting the result I'm after, which of course is knocking them out. So that's one. You've got to understand that distance and know that your punch is going to go through it. Also, it needs to accelerate through it. So it needs to be accelerating as it goes through, not decelerating, not slowing down. It needs to be speeding up as it goes through the target. The other thing you've got to do is turn your head offline. Why? Well, if it stays where it is, even a moron can find it and hit you in it. If it goes offline, either a moron or an expert can find it. Got it? Either the moron gets lucky or the expert knows what you're doing. So, you've got to turn the head offline. You've got to have your feet pointing roughly in the direction you want the power to go. If I stand like that, I can't punch with any power that way, can I? But if my feet are pointing that way, I can get power that way. So I need to transfer my weight. So I need to step across and through roughly in the direction I want the power to go. I need to rotate my hips, my waist, my shoulders, and turn my shoulder over and turn the punch over. So we start off without even throwing your arm. We start off, make sure my distance is going to be right. Start off just with stepping off to the side and turning my shoulder. Starting to get some power. Right? I haven't used my arm yet. So I get people to do that. Ignore this arm because I want you to see what's going on. So I step off, twist, get my head offline. Starting to hit okay. Right. Now I want to move my head as fast as I can and turn my shoulder right over. Getting a bit more. Still haven't put my arm into it yet. Well, that's all right. Now I've got to think of adding to that, accelerating through rather than just landing on. So I've got to step off, move my head off as fast as I can, twist my shoulder and punch right through the target and accelerate. Getting better. I can feel it getting better. Yeah. Now I want to be breathing out just before I land. Doesn't matter if you believe all that or not, but trust me, it works. So I want to step off, turn my head offline, twist my shoulder, make sure my hips and my waist are engaged, make my head go as fast as I possibly can, accelerate through the target and breathe out just before I land. So it's, yeah, got more. Okay, well now I want to put some venom, hatred, whatever you want to call it, into it. And I can now put my arm into it because I haven't even on my arm yet. It's just been body movement. So now it's right through with a lot. And that's how you can build up your power step by step, stage by stage, and understand how and why you're building up the power. And then that same principle that we've done, we can then go, hold on, I don't believe that fat old coach who's 60 today. I am going to try it out close range with a hook. So I go, hold on. When I step off, move my head fast and twist my shoulders and just my arm, I'm getting power anyway. I'm going to try it short range. Seems I'm getting some power. So you can see that you can take those principles I showed you, learn them properly, drill them properly, and you're going to be hitting really hard. Now, remember, if you like what I'm teaching, or you like the style of what I'm teaching, or whatever, get yourself signed up on the newsletter and subscribe and all that sort of jazz to the old YouTube channel. You know it's worth it. Anyway, catch you on the next one.